What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today we're talking about how to choose a legal specialty. What's the deal? Do you need to choose one? Do you have to choose one? When do you choose it? How does it work? Okay, let's talk. So first things first, you need to figure out what you truly love. Do you love to, obviously you love to help people because it's why you became a lawyer, right? Now, how do you choose a legal specialty? This is based on your opinion, just you. Personally, I started with corporate, not about that life, you know? But then that's fine, like that's totally fine. I like to be in the mix of things. I like to get down. I'm a very investigative person, so I'm about that life. So I did choose capital punishment, but that's not for everybody. Definitely is not. So let's talk about how you choose. Okay, first of all, you don't have to choose. It's not a thing. There's not a set timeline. You don't have to do it in law school. A lot of professors will ask you like, hey, what's an idea? Just so they can give you like an opinion on what they see of your life. Like if they're like, I don't know if that's for you. I don't know if that's for you. I remember in December, we chose just so that they could give us like an opinion on stuff. Well, I picked corporate. That was my first thing. I had corporate and criminal were my top two. Corporate was a no. Like all the professors were like, no. We kind of went up to a board type of thing and they were just like, no, not for you. You're not a very corporate person. I think it's just because one, corporate is under a lot of restrictions. You do have to, like, it sounds like the military, so I'm not trying to make it this bad, but you do take a lot of orders from other people. It's not a very free-willed type of law, if that makes sense. So you don't really get to make a lot out of it. So I didn't like it. That just wasn't for me. Obviously, a lot of my professors thought the same thing. So it's not a bad thing. It just wasn't for me. So when did I choose capital punishment? I actually did not choose it. It was very chosen for me because I've still been in this limbo of like what to do, and they were kind of just like, hey, do you want to take on a capital punishment case? And that's kind of how it worked. But that's pretty much like all I can say on that. Now, as for, do I think it's for me? Of course I do. But this is where it comes into place because I get a lot of people who they see immigration. I get this question a lot, immigration or civil rights. And this is solely up to you, because if you do immigration, you're only going to do immigration. That is it. Unfortunately, immigration is a lot of paperwork. It is a lot of, it's a hard type of law, but I think civil rights is definitely gonna be the same exact thing. I've seen civil rights, I've talked to civil rights lawyers. It really just depends. But how do you choose it? What I say is, if you are on my TikTok, obviously you do know that I have the like legal specialties on there. Go ahead, look at them, do your research on them. What is best for you? I know a lot of people are gonna be like, but the salary. Money does matter for some people, guys. It does. For some people, it doesn't matter. For some people, it does. That's totally fine. You're normal, you're human, you have bills, it's okay. But as for choosing a legal specialty, this is something that is up to you. Now, the question that I get the most is who makes the most money? And I'm going to answer that, but I don't want people to come at me like Google lawyer told me something different, okay? This is from personal experience. This is also from being educated by these people who have been in these specialties for a while now. So let me pull it up so I can get you specific on exactly, I just had it in my computer, now I don't, of who makes the most money. Okay, with this being said, I want people to understand that a legal specialty is not a requirement right away. I've seen people who change their legal specialty at least like 6 times. I have one person who I know, she changed it. She went from family law to corporate to criminal back to family law. So it's totally fine. You can change as long as you bar. You're fine to change whenever. Now, do you have to specialize in the bar? No, the bar is going to be a broad spectrum of things. You're going to have wills, you're going to have contracts, you're going to have family law, you're going to have criminal, corporate. It's all going to be in there, but it's also a little bit different because you're not going to, unless you go back to school, which you can, but that's a year and then you specialize just in that type of law. You don't have to. No one does. It's not a thing that much. Okay, so we have administrative. Sorry, I can't read. Animal, bankruptcy, corporate securities, compliances, criminal law, high crimes, employment, labor law, entertainment, environmental, estate, family law, health, immigration, intellectual properties, national security, personal injury, and real estate law and sports law. Who makes the most money? We're gonna be stuck between three people. You're gonna go with high crimes, IP, and sports. Because if you don't realize, sports does lead to somebody being a personal agent, sports agent. So they make a lot of money. But those are the top three. For IP, obviously, you're gonna live in San Diego. That's just that. I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you don't live in San Diego, that. If you don't live in San Diego and you do IP law, that's pretty much why you might not cap out on your salaries. Now I get the question of how much salaries are. Let's talk. Most lawyers will make over $150,000. That is just a branch if you work for a firm, but if you are working on prosecution side, your rates are going to be lower. Nothing wrong with that. We do need prosecutors in the world. It's just I'm trying to educate people. Okay, so